Social Studies, Grade 8, Unit 8, Manifest Destiny Test. Number 1, looking at the diagram above, which of the following completes the web of the era of manifest destiny? A. Downsizing, migration, territory. B. Migration, territory, exploration. C. Territory, change, empire building. D. Change, downsizing, migration. Number 2, during which time period did most territorial expansion of the United States take place? F. Early 18th century. G. Late 18th century. H. Early 19th century. Or J. Early 20th century. Number 3, in what year did the United States purchase the Louisiana Territory? A. 1803. B. 1812. C. 1832. D. 1848. Number 4, how did the Northwest Ordinance of 1787 provide for the orderly expansion of the United States? F. It provided a review process for laws in new territories and states. G. It provided policies for acquiring territory from American Indian tribes. H. It provided procedures for establishing territories and creating states. J. It provided the President with the power to sign treaties with foreign powers to buy additional territory. Number 5, use the information in the box and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following question. The box is results of the U.S.-Mexican War with bullet points. Mexico recognizes Texas as part of the United States. The Rio Grande is made the border between Mexico and the United States. Mexico cedes territory that is now part of 7 present-day states. Which treaty established these terms of peace to end the war? A. Treaty of Paris. B. Treaty of Washington. C. Adams-Onis Treaty. D. Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Number 6, use the excerpt of and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following question. So away with all these cobweb issues of rights and discovery, exploration, settlement, continuity, etc. Our claim to Oregon would still be best and strongest, and that claim is by the right of our manifest destiny to overspread and to possess the whole of the continent which Providence has given us for the development of the great experiment of liberty and federated self-government entrusted to us. John O'Sullivan, editorial in the New York Morning News, December 1845. What is the justification O'Sullivan provides for the expansion of the United States to Oregon? F. To spread slavery. G. To spread capitalism. H. To spread democracy. J. To spread Christianity. So for number 7, use the letter and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following question. Dear beloved mother, these are exciting times. Many people have joined us here in the West. We have so many farmers and ranchers now. I bet there are at least 5,000 or so. We used to sit on this little piece of land and could go weeks and weeks without seeing a single other person. Now there are whole families that we see on a regular basis. I hear that there are just under 50,000 of them. The most exciting part is that some of the families have gotten together and helped us form a government. We elected a sheriff and a judge, and we have divided up the area and chosen people to represent us at meetings and to create laws that will be carried out. Before you know it, we will be a state just like New Hampshire. Your loving son, Levi. So 7, according to the letter, this Western Territory still needs which of the following to be able to apply for statehood? A, more men owning ranches and farms. B, more population overall. C, a different form of government. D, more land grants. Number 8, use the excerpt and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following question. Extending nearly 10 degrees of latitude along the Pacific and embracing the only safe and commodious harbors on that coast for many hundreds of miles, with a temperate climate and an extensive interior of fertile lands, it is scarcely possible to estimate its wealth until it shall be brought under the government of our laws and its resources fully developed. From its position, it must command the rich commerce of China, of Asia, of the islands of the Pacific, of western Mexico, of Central America, the South American states, and of the Russian possessions bordering on that ocean. A great emporium will doubtless speedily arise on the Californian coast, which may be destined to rival in importance New Orleans itself. President James K. Polk, State of the Union Address, December 5, 1848. Why does President Polk argue California should become part of the United States? F, the land may produce great riches. G, the region needs a democratic government. H, the population consists of mainly U.S. citizens. Or J, the United States needs to limit the influence of foreign powers. Number 9, how did many Americans act on their belief in the manifest destiny of the United States in the 1800s? A, many settlers moved west to start a new life. B, many farmers switched from food crops to cash crops. C, many businesses expanded and added new employees. D, many women demanded equality and the right to vote. Number 10, how did President Polk's placement of soldiers along the Rio Grande contribute to the outbreak of war with Mexico? F, generals of the U.S. Army desired a war to test new weapons. G, U.S. soldiers patrolled in a disputed region that Mexico considered its own territory. H, the Mexican Army desired to show it was superior to the military strength of the United States. J, Texas residents encouraged U.S. soldiers to conduct cross-border raids against Mexican outposts. Numbers 11 through 14, you're going to use the map and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following 4 questions. Number 11, which territory was added to the United States as a result of the U.S.-Mexican War? A, Roman numeral 1, B, Roman numeral 2, C, Roman numeral 3, or D, Roman numeral 4. Number 12, what area is indicated with the question mark on the map? A, Gadsden Purchase, G, Texas Territory, H, disputed territory with France, J, Indian Territory. Number 13, which modern-day states can be found in the Louisiana Purchase? A, Texas and Kansas, B, Kansas and Nebraska, C, Louisiana and Texas, D, Nebraska and New Mexico. Number 14, where was most of the territory the United States acquired during the era of manifest destiny? F, most acquisitions were west of the Appalachian Mountains and east of the Mississippi River. G, most acquisitions were along the Canadian border with the United States. H, most acquisitions were in the southeastern portion of the United States. J, most acquisitions were west of the Mississippi River. So for number 15, use the map and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following questions. It's a United States physical map. Number 15, certain physical features deterred westward movement by families, many of whom died in the blank of cold and starvation before they could cross over them. That is why acquiring the blank was so important, allowing for a southern route to the west. Which words complete the paragraph? A. Great Plains, Louisiana Purchase. B. Rocky Mountains, Louisiana Purchase. C. Rocky Mountains, Gadsden Purchase. Or D. Mississippi River, Gadsden Purchase. Numbers 16 and 17, you're going to use the map above and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following questions. Number 16, Roman numeral 1, Joseph Smith and the Path to Religious Freedom. Roman numeral 2, New Trade Route and New Markets in the South. Roman numeral 3, Earliest Route through the West Coast. Which of the following shows the correct match of the trail with its importance during westward expansion? F is 1A, 2B, 3C. G, 1B, 2A, 3C. H, 1B, 2C, 3A. And J, 1C, 2A, 3B. Number 17, which of the following comparisons is accurate based on the map above? A, the Mormon Trail was the fastest trip west because it was more directly east-west. B, the Santa Fe Trail and Oregon Trail were approximately the same length. C, all of the trails had the hazard of crossing mountains. D, the Oregon Trail was more traveled than the other trails. Numbers 18, 19, and 20. Use the picture and your knowledge of social studies to answer the following questions. Number 18. This example of American art is best known as F. American Gothic by Grant Wood. G. American Progress by John Gast. H. The Bridle Path by Winslow Homer. J. Under the Horse Chestnut Tree by Mary Cassatt. Number 19, how does the artist demonstrate a belief and manifest destiny? A. Women are shown leading pioneers to new lands. B. Farmers are shown plowing land and hunting animals. C. Pioneers are shown moving west, bringing new transportation and communication technologies. D. New technologies are shown being used to defeat American Indian tribes already living in the West. Number 20. Which of the following geographic locations allow for increased labor from a great number of immigrants from Asia? F. Location of California along the Pacific Ocean. G. Location of Texas along the Rio Grande River. H. Location of Great Plains between the Rockies and the Mississippi River. J. None of the above.